Hey there, plant lovers! Whether you're new to the world of houseplants or already a green thumb, I've got a real treat for you today. Now, we all know tropical plants are stunning, but did you know that some of them actually thrive indoors? Yep, even if you don't live in a rainforest, you can still bring a piece of paradise into your home. So, in this video, I'm going to walk you through 15 gorgeous tropical houseplants that are perfect for your indoor jungle, even if you're not a pro. Alright, kicking things off with a stunner, the Variegated Pineapple. Now, I know what you're thinking. A pineapple. Indoors? Yep, you heard me right. Not only does it add a tropical flair to any room, but it's surprisingly easy to grow, as long as it gets plenty of bright, indirect light. Check out these colors, those variegated leaves. They're not just for show. They'll actually thrive indoors as long as you don't overwater. Plus, if you're patient, you might even grow a tiny pineapple. How cool is that? So, if you want something unique that'll make your space pop, the Variegated Pineapple is a must-have for your indoor jungle. Next up, we've got the Parrot Heliconia. Look at those colors. This plant is like having a tropical vacation in your living room. Heliconias love bright, indirect light, so set them up near a sunny window and they'll thrive indoors. Just make sure to keep them nice and humid. They're tropicals, after all. These eye-catching bracts aren't just pretty to look at. They're also a conversation starter. Trust me, anyone who sees this plant will ask about it. It's like a tropical bird in plant form. Plus, it doesn't need as much care as you'd think, just regular watering and a good amount of humidity. So, if you're looking for a showstopper that'll instantly brighten up your space, the Parrot Heliconia is a perfect choice. Up next is the Dwarf Palmetto. Now, this little guy is perfect if you want that classic palm look, but without the huge size of your typical palm trees. The great thing about the Dwarf Palmetto is it's super low maintenance. It's a hardy palm, so it can handle less light than you'd expect, and doesn't need constant attention. Those big, bold leaves bring that lush, tropical vibe to your home, and it's tough enough to survive in most indoor environments. Honestly, if you're new to palms, this is the one to start with. Just give it some water when the soil dries out, and it'll keep on thriving. So if you want a palm that's easy to care for, but still brings that tropical feel, the Dwarf Palmetto is an awesome choice for your indoor jungle. Next on the list, we've got the Polka Dot Plant. Just look at those colors. This one's perfect if you want a pop of fun and personality in your indoor garden. It's compact, easy to manage, and loves indirect light, making it ideal for small spaces like shelves or coffee tables. Plus, those speckled leaves, total showstopper. The Polka Dot Plant is all about adding color. And the best part? It comes in different shades, like white and red, so you can mix and match for extra flair. It's super low maintenance, but it loves humidity, so a little misting here and there will keep it looking fresh. Just don't let the soil dry out completely. Now, if you're into vibrant colors, you're gonna love Coleus. This plant is like a painter's palette, with its mix of greens, reds, purples, you name it. Coleus is perfect for bright, indirect light, but it can handle some lower light too. The more sun it gets, though, the brighter those colors will be. Just look at these leaves. Everyone's like a piece of art. And it comes in so many different color combos, so you can really get creative with it. One thing to watch out for is regular watering. Keep the soil moist, but not soggy, and pinch back the tips if you want it to stay bushy. Easy peasy. Next up, we've got the stunning Angel Wings Begonia. I mean, just look at those leaves. They're big, bold, and dotted with silver, giving it a really unique, almost magical look. Angel Wings loves bright, indirect light, and will do great near a sunny window. Give it that, and it'll reward you with some seriously impressive growth. One of my favorite things about this plant is those deep red undersides of the leaves. Adds a whole other layer of color and texture that really makes it pop. Now, this plant likes its soil a bit on the moist side, but don't overdo it. Keep the humidity up, and it'll be a happy camper. Plus, if you're lucky, you might even see it bloom with clusters of pink flowers. Alright, next on the list is the Weeping Fig, or as some folks call it, ficus. This beauty is all about elegance. With its delicate, arching branches and shiny green leaves. It's one of those plants that gives your space a natural indoor tree look. Just give it bright, indirect light, and it'll be happy. Perfect for filling up a room corner. The leaves are small but mighty. Each one adds to that dense, full appearance, making it a fantastic statement piece indoors. Now, one thing with this guy, it likes consistency. Don't go moving it around too much or overwatering it. Just find a spot it likes, keep the soil slightly moist, and you're good to go. So, if you want a tree-like plant that's easy to care for and brings a bit of nature indoors, the weeping fig is definitely a solid choice. Alright, next up is a plant you've probably heard of, Aloe Vera. Not only does it look cool, but it's also got some awesome benefits for your home and health. It's the ultimate low-maintenance plant. Aloe loves bright light and can handle being ignored for a bit. Just let the soil dry out between waterings, and you're golden. And those thick, juicy leaves, they store water, so you don't have to worry about constantly watering it. Plus, the gel inside is great for soothing burns or skincare. This one's a great choice for anyone new to plants. It's practically indestructible, and it thrives in just about any indoor environment. Bonus, it looks awesome on a windowsill. If you want a hardy, easy-to-care-for plant that also has some practical uses, Aloe Vera is a must-have for your indoor jungle. It's tough, useful, and definitely a conversation starter. Next on the list is the Kentia Palm. This one's a classic, tall, graceful, and perfect for bringing that island feel into your home without much fuss. Kentia palms are super easygoing. They don't need direct sunlight, so you can pop them in a corner with some indirect light, and they'll do just fine. Perfect for those spots where other plants might struggle. Check out those fronds. They give off this tropical, beachy vibe, but in a way that's subtle and not overwhelming. It's like bringing a slice of the outdoors inside. One of the best things about the Kentia palm is how low maintenance it is. It's drought tolerant, so if you forget to water it every now and then, no big deal. Just make sure the soil doesn't stay soggy. Next up is the Cordyline, also known as the Thai plant. This beauty brings some serious color to your indoor space, with its vibrant leaves that can range from green to deep purple, and everything in between. Cordylines thrive in bright, indirect light, but can handle some direct sun too. Just keep an eye on them. They love light, but don't want to get burned. These leaves are not just colorful, they've got a glossy sheen that makes them stand out. They really bring a tropical vibe to any room. And the best part? They're pretty forgiving if you forget to water them now and then. Just let the top inch of soil dry out, and they'll be happy as can be. Alright, let's talk about the classic peace lily. This plant is not just beautiful with its stunning white flowers, it's also one of the best air purifiers out there. It thrives in low to bright indirect light, making it super versatile for any room. Plus, it's pretty forgiving if you forget to water it once in a while. Those lovely blooms are like a little piece of tranquility. And get this, when it needs water, it'll droop a bit, so it gives you a clear sign when it's thirsty. This plant not only looks great, but also helps purify the air, making it a win-win for your home. Just keep the soil moist, and it'll reward you with those gorgeous flowers. Next up is the Philodendron, a favorite among indoor plant lovers. These guys are super easy to care for, and come in a variety of styles, from trailing to upright. Philodendrons thrive in bright, indirect light, but they can adapt to lower light conditions too. Just make sure you let the soil dry out a bit between waterings. Overwatering is their nemesis. These leaves are not only gorgeous, but also resilient. The more love you give them, the bigger and more beautiful they'll get. I love how forgiving these plants are. If you're a bit forgetful with watering, no worries. They bounce back quickly, making them perfect for busy lifestyles. Next on our list is the Chinese Evergreen. This plant is a superstar when it comes to low maintenance, and is perfect for both beginners and seasoned plant parents. It thrives in low to bright indirect light, making it super versatile for any space. And honestly, it doesn't mind if you forget to water it every now and then. Look at these leaves. The mix of colors and patterns is stunning, and each plant is unique. You can find them in various styles too, from compact to more upright varieties. Just remember, this plant prefers its soil to dry out a bit between waterings. It's all about balance. Too much water can be a deal breaker. So if you're looking for a beautiful, hardy plant that'll thrive indoors and brighten up your space, the Chinese Evergreen is a must-have. You won't regret adding this beauty to your indoor jungle. Alright, let's talk about the dumb cane. This plant is all about those big, bold leaves that can really bring some life into your space. Seriously, look at those patterns. It loves bright, indirect light, but can handle lower light conditions too. Just remember to keep the soil moist, but don't drown it. Overwatering is a no-go. Those leaves not only look good, but also help purify the air. Plus, they can grow quite tall, making it a great statement piece in any room. Just a heads up though, this plant can be toxic if ingested, so keep it out of reach of pets and small kids. But don't let that scare you away. Just use some common sense. If you want a gorgeous, easy-to-care-for plant that adds a tropical feel to your home, the dumb cane is a fantastic choice. It'll thrive indoors and make your space feel vibrant and inviting. Last but definitely not least, we've got the Swiss cheese plant. This one's a real crowd pleaser with its dramatic leaves that have those iconic holes. Perfect for adding a touch of tropical flair to your home. It loves bright, indirect light, but it can also handle some shade. Just keep it out of harsh, direct sunlight, or you might end up with burnt leaves. These leaves not only look cool, but they also grow really big, if you give them the right conditions. It's like having a little piece of the rainforest right in your living room. And don't worry about being a plant expert. Monstera is pretty forgiving. Just water it when the top inch of soil dries out, and it'll thrive without too much fuss. So, if you're looking for a stunning, low-maintenance plant that makes a statement, the Swiss cheese plant is a must-have. And there you have it, 15 gorgeous tropical houseplants that thrive indoors. Whether you're a seasoned plant parent or just starting your indoor jungle, these plants are sure to bring life, color, and a little slice of paradise into your home. So, which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more plant tips and inspiration. Happy planting, everyone!